Matt is in Ellis County. Matt, take it away.
Yeah, Pete, we got outside the car. We moved over to help out some of the first responders so we could kind of get out of their way on the shoulder of I-35 here. But we're on I-35 and Johnson, and what Mateo had just told you in the booth, that there are people here that need to be rescued out of their cars. There's at least one that we can see right here at this semi-trailer right here to the left of this ambulance, where there are firefighters standing outside of it. There's a couple of pieces of equipment to try and cut open the parts of the cab here that's to the left of us. But I also want you to look at the median we were talking about. Take a look down there at the median. Like I said, this is the median that was connected just down here to this part of I-35, and it's essentially just, it's been blown to the left here. I don't want to get in the way of these first responders, but this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. This is likely caused by the weather event that was down here in Ellis County that pushed these semi-trailers over, and it's just been flown all the way over here, a long way away from where it's supposed to be. There's another semi-trailer. I'm gonna get out of the way. There's another semi-trailer behind all of this. So there's 3 total that we know of right now. And the big thing here that we don't know, how is everybody doing? This is the last thing you want to see when you're a first responder. When you come up to something like this, and we don't know at this point in time, we know that people need to be rescued, but we don't know if anybody is seriously injured, if there's any fatalities. We just know that there are first responders out here on I-35E and Johnson that are doing their best to try and to help people here that are in need, that were clearly rocked by part of this storm, this tornado-warned storm that was coming through this area. The hardest part of this, and this is where I really look at these guys that are out here that are responding to the call. It is pouring rain right now. It is pouring rain, and there's a lot of the elements that these guys are having to deal with, and they're out here doing their best to try and just help anybody here that was involved. But to recap, this is the scene right now. We know at least 3 semi-trailers have been pushed over from this weather event, from this tornado-warned storm in this area just south of Waxahachie on I-35 on Johnson Road. There's a crew here right in front of us that's trying to pull somebody out of this semi. We don't want to interrupt that in any sort of way, but the damage here is devastating. We don't know about injuries, but I can tell you right now, this looks like it was part of that tornado-warned storm, and it doesn't look good, guys, not from here.
Matt, it's Chris. I just want to ask you, in terms of the weather right now and what they're trying to do here, has this rain let up in any way since it started coming down so hard, and how is that impacting them in trying to get to the person or persons who may be trapped in there, all that metal?
Well, I do know that they're probably struggling. Look at this right now. We have another, looks like multiple units that are coming down I-35 right now to try and help. And hopefully we're not in the way here. We're going to move out of the way. And all that traffic, all this rain, people going slow, trying to make sure that they're driving correctly, that they're not impacted by this rain. I mean, that's definitely going to play a factor when it comes into these additional response vehicles showing up here on I-35. They're making the way here for them. I'm not sure which fire department this is that showed up. This is Red Oak Fire that's showing up to assist in this situation. It looks like there's an engine and also a backup engine too that has shown up to help. But yeah, this weather is, I mean, you know, nobody wants to be out in the rain, and especially during a traumatic event like this. And yeah, everybody's got their coats on. They have to focus on what they're doing, because you can make a mistake possibly if you can't see. The visibility is bad, and you especially want to watch out for these drivers. There's at least one lane here that's been open on I-35 that people are going through. So there's a couple of gentlemen here with DPS that are trying to focus and say, hey, please just keep going. You know, please don't sit here and look at what's happening. Just keep on going. We have a job to do. Let us do that job.
All right. And Matt, you have about another 10 minutes of the 5 to 10 minutes of the real heavy rain. It's in the process. You're kind of at the end of the heavy stuff right now. So in about 20 to 30 minutes, it'll be a lot lighter, but certainly in the next 5 to 10 minutes, the heaviest of the heavy will have ended.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's coming down right now. And when we first got out, it was really coming down, and it's starting to let up a tad. But at the same time, yeah, it's still coming down here. It's still pretty steadily raining here in this area.